Gemini, November, opportunity, compassion, achievement, direction, clarity, a bit of rest, and some diligence. Let's see what your cards have got to say for you. Your first card out is the Ace of Pentacles. An amazing opportunity is coming towards you, but do you want it? Do you really want it? Are you sure you want it? Because guess what? It's arrived. It's coming to you, and you've just got to learn to receive it. Sometimes doing that is a little hard, because sometimes we find what's been given to us a little bit overwhelming because we don't think we deserve it. But actually on this occasion, you know you deserve it because it's something that you've been planning for. It's been something that you've been wanting to do, and you've put every bit of effort into it. You've put every bit of everything into how you want to do everything. So allow this to happen now, because it is going to be the best thing that's ever happened for you, and you are going to go places with this. It doesn't matter how big or small this representation is. It's going to make a world of difference to you, because as we've been saying in your last few weeks of weekly readings, a wrong was done to you a while back, and now the time has come for the opportunity to change, for everything to change, for everything to be rebalanced, for you to get exactly what you want. It's coming. Allow it to come towards you. Don't worry about everybody else, because this is just perfect. Because you know full well everybody else is going to have their 10 pence worth. They're going to say what they want to say. This is the stormy sea that sits around you. But you've perfected your demeanour over the last while. You've softened certain edges of you, because originally when things went wrong a little while back, and I'm not talking a few months, maybe a year or so, if not longer, when that went wrong, you had a few hard edges around you, because being the sign of the twins, one twin is nice and the other one isn't so nice. But now you've softened those edges. You've become more understanding. You know exactly what everybody's up to and why they're up to it. You know full well that people are going to be slinging everything at you, but you're going to be steady. You're going to stay still. That compassion in you, that change that you've made deep inside your soul, to be softer, to be more understanding, to look at them in a different way and realise and understand why they're kicking and screaming so much. Well, that's because they didn't achieve what they wanted to achieve. Not about you. Nothing about you whatsoever. In fact, they weren't even trying to walk in your shoes on several points. But, you know, you've softened yourself. You're older, you're wiser, you've learnt a few more lessons, because, let's face it, over the last while you've had plenty of lessons to learn. And here, you've got the cup in your hand. It means you've got plenty to give. And the reason you've got plenty to give is because you've softened your stance. You've taken your time. You've understood the situation. You've understood what you need to do. You've understood how you need to do it. And the reason you've managed to do that is because your next card comes in, and it's the teacher card to the Hierophant. And you've learned your lessons. You've softened your stance. You know exactly what you need to do and how you need to do it. Because perhaps in the past you made some big mistakes. And now you've learnt from those mistakes, and you've learnt to soften yourself and get yourself going in the right position, and you've understood your lessons. And even though on the teacher card you've got the two pillars of stone either side of you, that means that you've had some hard knocks. You've had to really learn some tough lessons. It's been hard, but you've done it. So I'd say you've done it in the face of adversity, and you've actually understood every step of the way where you need to make those changes. You've listened to the people who've needed to guide you to make these changes, to soften your approach, to be more understanding, to be more compassionate, to stand back and actually do something that's quite rare, and that's be objective about situations around you. See it from a different point of view. Because once you can do that, once you can be objective, then you can get both sides of the story and come up with the right recipe. And that's exactly what you've done. And by doing this and understanding and learning your lesson, we have the harp in the picture. And the harp says you're going to have a lot of fun, a lot more joy, a lot more contentment coming into your life, because you've now decided to make your life easier, because you've put in the support around you that you need. That's these two pillars in this picture, the support that you need. Because maybe before you tried to do it all on your own, and maybe before you weren't really understanding, you just thought you could conquer the world, which is very admirable, but sometimes actually no man is an island and you can't actually do everything on your own. And now you have that support, you have everything around you. Maybe you've created a team. Maybe that's what it is. And maybe you can delegate. Maybe that's your compassion coming in here, that you can delegate and you know exactly what you're doing and how you're going to do it. And by having that delegation, having that team, again, it's going to upset everybody because it's like, why have they done that? Well, actually, you've been the smart monkey, haven't you? Because then that means nobody can unpick your plan, because you've got the support you need. You're putting it in place because actually you've taken a degree in wisdom and you know exactly which direction you want to go in now. You are so super clear on what you want, how you think, and how you're going to do things. And because you've got your team, you've got your support around you, you've got people being able to give you the right advice, and then you can come up with the right concept that works for you. Because actually that's what life is about. Not doing what other people tell you, but listening to other people's opinions. And some may not be from the realm that you enjoy, that you like, that you take on board, but you can cherry pick out of what people say to you and come up with the right recipe. That's the whole point of being objective, that you can create what you want. And here the Queen of Swords knows exactly which direction she's going in. She is totally clear and she's going to get there because the Queen, she just doesn't want anybody in her way. She's got this notion, she's got this idea, she's got this concept. She's also got an opportunity. Utilize this opportunity, utilize this concept. Go in this new direction because it is really going to work out for you. Know exactly what you want to do. Because your next card is the Four of Swords. And on one level, this is a card of needing some rest, but also it's a card of transition. And that transition is because perhaps there's a part of you, or there's a part of you that needs to accept that you have to walk away from the old ways, which is, again, your teacher card. You've got to walk away from the old ways. But ultimately, this card, its major arcana is the judgment card, but the teacher is not too far away from the judgment. Knowing that you can't continue to do things in the way that you did because it's exhausting. That's why you're tired. And you do have to have a different plan. You do have to have a different idea. You do have to have a different structure. You do have to have a different way of doing everything. Because that different way, you can't go back or go into something completely repeating the same old pattern, doing the same old thing. That's the definition of madness. If you always do what you always did, you're always going to get insanity because you're never going to get the right results. So this time now, you're being asked to do something different. That is the transition from this card. That is, have your rest, think about it and go, okay, now I've recharged my batteries and I know exactly what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. And maybe there's a part of your plan that actually you need to perfect even more. Maybe you just need to tweak it, and the universe is giving you some time to tweak it. So tweak it, do it, change it. Look where you might be repeating an old pattern, because I feel that may be coming in and that may just be causing you a little issue. Tweak that plan, have another look at it. Make sure you know exactly what you're doing. Make sure you're not repeating the same old pattern. Make sure you've got everything, every concept, every backup plan possible, every part of your support team, your support network, your plan, whatever it is in this instance, every single part of it, make sure you've got it right. This is your golden opportunity. You're being given a period of time during November to get it all into the right place. So put your head down, consult where you need to, take advice, take guidance, then form your own opinion, come up with your own ideas, because it's all going to start happening for you. Because this Knight of Pentacles comes in here and he says, you've got to put your head down now and you've got to commit to what you're going to do. You've got to be diligent in how you're going to put everything across. And to some degree, I actually want a bit of OCD going on here. I want a bit of, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. Every single little tick box going off on your list. Go through that list. Get it executed. Commit to every single thing. Tick it all off. Make that list as long as possible. Do as much as you can. Commit to every single step of the way. Where you need to make some changes, where you need to just switch it up a little bit on your list, do so, make your alterations, but commit to it, because you're only going to get success now. That success is ripe in the offering for you now. The opportunity is here. Grab it, take it, run like crazy with it, because this is going to bring the most amazing reward to you. Enjoy this month, November. Enjoy this month, Gemini. This November is going to be a transformative month for you.